Where do we come from? How did the universe come into being? And what actually happened before that? Most experts believe it all began with the much-quoted Big Bang, but in truth this theory is now increasingly being called into question. Could it be that our cosmos is part of an eternal cycle of destruction and rebirth? Or perhaps we're part of a much larger multiverse, or even inside a black hole? Today we'll explore some exciting alternative theories about the cosmic origins of everything, and what scientists believe may have happened before the Big Bang. Stay tuned until the end to find out which ideas are currently challenging the traditional Big Bang theory. What came before the Big Bang? Let's start with what most scientists still call the Standard Model. The prevailing cosmological consensus holds that the universe exploded into existence around 13.8 billion years ago. More precisely, our cosmic home was once in an infinitely hot and dense state, a so-called singularity, before it suddenly began to expand. The Big Bang gave rise to space, time, matter, and energy, paving the way for everything we know today. But how do we know this? The answer lies in an astronomical revolution. In the 1920s, Edwin Hubble discovered that the universe is not static as previously assumed, but expanding. However, it's not expanding into anything, rather space itself is stretching. When we look backward in time, this expansion leads us to a moment when all matter and energy were compressed into an infinitely dense point. This marks the theoretical beginning of our universe. Supporting evidence came in the 1960s when astronomers discovered the cosmic microwave background radiation, a faint glow of energy left over from the early universe. It's seen as a kind of echo from a hot, dense beginning. So the Big Bang model explains a lot, but it also raises a deeper question: what came before? That question split scientists into very different camps. Stephen Hawking was firmly convinced that nothing existed before the Big Bang. He argued that the universe has no boundary. Like the surface of a sphere, it is finite but unbounded. Asking what came before it is like asking what's south of the South Pole. The answer? Nothing. However, many scientists reject this idea and even question the Big Bang theory itself. Why? Because the theory still leaves fundamental questions unanswered. What caused something to suddenly emerge from nothing 13.8 billion years ago? How was the primordial seed of the universe formed? Was there a higher trigger, or was it all just coincidence? Then there's the problem of cosmic inflation, a rapid expansion that supposedly occurred in a tiny fraction of a second after the Big Bang. Complicating matters further are the mysterious findings from the James Webb Space Telescope. Webb has detected massive, mature galaxies just a few hundred million years after the Big Bang, far too early. That doubt has driven researchers to explore alternative explanations. Let's look at some of the most interesting ideas. 1. The cyclical universe. Some researchers propose that the cosmos undergoes eternal cycles of death and rebirth, possibly through the Big Rip, Big Chill, or Big Crunch. Take the Big Crunch. Gravity eventually halts expansion and causes the universe to collapse in on itself, like a reverse Big Bang. Roger Penrose suggests that at the end of our universe, when everything becomes cold and empty, the scales of space and time reset. Like hyperinflation shrinking values by dropping zeros, this new scale could spark a rebirth, another Big Bang. Penrose even claims to have found evidence called Hawking points, remnants of supermassive black holes from a previous universe. Another idea expands the cosmos sideways, as a multiverse. 2. The multiverse theory. In the 1980s, André Linde proposed eternal inflation, space that never stops expanding. Only certain bubbles stop inflating and become isolated universes. Each bubble may contain different values for fundamental constants, possibly even different laws of physics. 3. We're inside a black hole. Some theorists propose our universe formed inside a black hole in a parent universe. Black holes rotate, creating extreme torsional forces that compress a primordial seed. At a critical point, that seed could bounce outward, creating a new cosmos, our cosmos. These ideas are bold and speculative, and each carries different implications for causality and physics. We may never fully know what came before the Big Bang, but modern science continues to evolve. Could our universe be the result of a previous one, born inside a black hole, part of an eternal cycle, or one of countless multiverses?